Beep, 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 beep. Welcome to the court of the Edijester. I hope you are all well. I'm a little wrapped up this morning again because it's looking beautiful. It's still very cold. I'm back from my short break and my birthday, which I had the most tremendous time with great friends. Thank you all for the lovely birthday messages and everything that you do to help me keep going. I appreciate it so much, but I'm not able to thank you all individually. It's just purely a matter of time. The zoo, I went to the zoo. Chester Zoo is incredibly impressive. I mean, they're doing some enormous conservation work there. And it's really nice to go to a zoo that is designed for the animals, not the people. But I saw some extraordinary things. I mean, there was a monitor lizard. Is it no, not a monitor. The bigger ones, Komodos. There was a Komodo, which I thought was a type of clothing. A Komodo dragon with half a goat, sort of, putting it into its man cave with half a goat. And then I saw the most enormous bird with feet like something out of Jurassic Park, called a cassowary, which I thought was some kind of French stew, but apparently not. Cassowary. Beautiful, beautiful. In the bat cave, whoa, bats everywhere. I felt like Batman. I am Batman. So it's been a fantastic few days. Thank you all so much for your wishes and for the way you're helping me. So what's been happening? I go away for a couple of days and the greens fall to pieces. I mean, what's going on with? Did you see that Wibbler, Patrick Harvey, making his statement? They are nuts, aren't they? So we've got rid of the pro-gay conversion therapy lobby in Scotland from a Green perspective. I don't know how the SNP can survive this. And apparently, isn't Humza Useless is on his way, I think, as well, isn't it? Or has that happened yet? I don't know. I haven't quite caught up yet. I've just done this so I can get back in the groove, so to speak. But it's been utterly insane while I've been away. What have you not been up to? I hope you've enjoyed the My Hero series, and I especially hope that you've enjoyed Pat and Margaret, because it's one of my personal favourites. It's such fun. Victoria Wood in Housewife 49 is just extraordinary. So I do hope you've enjoyed that which I put up to keep you happy while I was off gallivanting around Chester. It was a fantastic day. But I'm sad to see that despite the fact that I've written to Manchester Council, and particularly to Bev Craig and John Connor Lyons, who are the councillors that represent me, in regards to their ridiculous Manchester's trans pledge, and not just that, calling for a moratorium on pride, which cannot be seen to be spreading gender identity ideology, which we now know is doing real harm to gays and lesbians, and therefore it must undergo a full safeguarding investigation prior to any pride event taking place in Manchester. I've also asked for them to abandon the Trans Sparkle Festival, because we just simply can't promote this stuff any longer now. I don't know why they think they can. And to halt the erection of a revolting-looking statue in the middle of Sackville Park, which will sit next to Alan Turin, and in praise of trans. They can't do it. They can't do it. I mean, it's just insane. They will bring absolute opprobrium and disgrace and shame, and I think people will laugh at Manchester as a city if they do. It would cause Manchester City great harm, which I don't want to see. Manchester's a fantastic city filled with fantastic people. I've been here a long time, and they're just some of the friendliest people on the planet as far as I'm concerned. I mean, not to me at the moment, but that's for obvious reasons, because they don't understand it all yet. But we'll see how time goes on. So that's what's been happening. Now, I've also written to the Manchester safeguarding team in respect of this, and I'm waiting to hear back from them. But again, I've heard nothing so far, and I've written to the Chief Constable of Manchester. That was fun trying to do that, right? Because I understand why they do this, but they do, and it makes life difficult for everybody, right? So you write to them, and then I attached a letter, and then it comes back and says, we don't receive attachments, blah blah, tech, blah blah. Please write. Actually put it in an envelope, for God's sake. Please write to, and then they give you the address of the Chief Constable of Manchester. Now, I understand perfectly why they do that. It's a kind of triage, isn't it? Because they must get loads of letters from lunatics like me all the time, right? So it's a kind of triage. To which I responded to their email, which they sent to me, with the attachment which they could now get because they'd emailed me. Really? Right? Saying, thank you very much for your swift response. This isn't 1982. Please find the letter attached. And I get back to find another email saying, thank you, your letter has been forwarded to the Chief Constable. So Chief Constable of Manchester, safeguarding team for Manchester Council, Bev Craig and John Connor Lyons, get them on board with ending this nonsense and what they're going to do in order to eradicate it from the work that they're doing, because I don't see how we're even vaguely able to do it now. I mean, it just can't be done. We cannot have them pushing this gay conversion therapy cult on floats, right? We just can't do it, right? Okay, we know, oh, we've harmed so many children. There's 9,000 records we don't have, so that's a number of people that have been pushed through the abattoir at the Tavistock. We know that this is terrible. CAS is about protecting children. It's got nothing to do with your fake identity. It's just about protecting children from medical harm. We now know that the medical harm is caused by the people that push the fake identities. And Manchester Pride, what are you going to do? Have lots of flags going, yeah, let's keep doing it to the kids? Is that what you're going to do? How is that even possible that you can do that anymore? You can't. So a moratorium is necessary. We need to pause and we need to do it quickly because Pride season is upon us and Pride is in August. And we're going to have to make sure between April and August that a full safeguarding examination is done of Pride to ensure that it is not pushing this harmful and dangerous ideology onto the young people and children who will attend Pride on the day. Well, in addition, we're going to have to make sure that they're absolutely straight down the line with understanding what CAS is and ensure that that medical harm is not promoted by them. Well, I don't know how they're not going to be able to do the safeguarding investigation. You know, we must protect the children. They're going to have to do a safeguarding investigation. And then in addition to that, we're going to have to look at how we're going to get the Manchester businesses to understand what's happened. So there's a lot of work to be done by the council there, I think, in retaining its legitimacy and retaining its reputation, and certainly retaining the reputation of Manchester as a city. So I've come back, and I'm just as much doing this to get my mind back in the thing as I am just to say hello. So that's it, really. I'm back. Okay. So let's see what comes next. And I'll try and come up with some interesting stuff to do videos on for you over the next few days. There seems to be so much of it. I'm going to have to, have a look and see what's going on and then take it from there. But other than that, thank you once again for your help. Come and be a warrior teacher. It's great to see to be able to speak to you all again. And I'm glad to be back. Let's keep going, folks, because boy, oh boy, we are making headway now. We're on our way. And we're beginning to see that the reality of CAS is going to be a tremendous revelation to anyone, and it enables us to look at this firmly through the lens of preventing medical harm. And to prevent that medical harm, a moratorium on all prides across the country is absolutely necessary so that we can do the safeguarding. Once we've done the safeguarding, okay, go ahead, right? So it's not, I don't want to stop it. I'm saying we have got to look at what they're doing so that we get these harmful beliefs out of it and the harmful pushing of gender and all of this nonsense out of Pride and take it back to what it should be doing, which is a celebration of gay and lesbian people. Okay, so let's keep at it, keep going, keep fighting, keep striving. Yeah, go on. Zoos, fascinating. Stick insects, cassowaries. Wow, big birds. I'll see you later, all right? Have a great day. Keep fighting. I'm back. Bye-bye.